I came in nothing but the raps, the clothes on my back, them L dogs, nothing but the black, the A, with a black man's cabinet. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going with the destination manifesting. We learn how to collect.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Strap in the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card weekend on EA Sports. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Hey guys, don't touch this. I saw him get close to the kick because he's so
They'll begin on the ground with Estime. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
In motion goes the tight end. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Oh, look at me, guy.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Finally important, and they've done that in this one.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, it's all about a defensive end. Your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him. That excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Estime once more. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Inside the 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. That's complete. It's Malachi. And I think the ball's out.
Let's go, D.
Up by the Bills.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First down, here's Estime. They'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Running right, here's Estime. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Rolling to his right. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left.
Oh my God.
Throw there, and it is intercepted.
He was not supposed to catch that.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time. There he goes, right side. How about this? Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
We'll take out 30 yards.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
We'll take out 30 yards.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2
interceptions
already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Better not call that defense.
Put it aside.
I was about to say, that was stupid. But he's blitzing on 2 inside linebackers. We know what's going on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one downfield for Dotson. Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first.
He had a beat, too.
Still on his feet. So his struggles just continue.
It's the first quarter. I don't even got to do it.
Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little...
Here we go. Here go another stretch play, guys.
So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
He got perfectly fucking down.
He's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall doing it again with his 3rd touchdown.
Oh, well, guys, look, it's mad time. This is first quarter. Yeah. Yeah, it's the first quarter. There ain't nothing to cry about. We good, guys.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
We good. We can stay in our offense. Don't even worry about it, guys. Yeah.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he stopped immediately there.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
We know this defense.
They'll go again with Estime. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's got an alley. He's still on his feet. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his second
You know,
touchdown in
let's
this
stick to
opening quarter.
let's
And the
stick to
Bills
our
are able
shit.
to strike quickly here as they are
Stick
in
to our
for
who we are.
6. Pass on for the extra point.
I missed it.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Oh shit, Michael Carter out the game.
After
shit,
the
man.
touchdown pass to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Hey, Brees, I see you out
A
there.
nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg. Travis. He'll buy some time right. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You already know, guys. This stretches all day, baby.
Yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They go play action here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Back to the ground with Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big
Come
play
on,
against
man. Make the tackle, bro.
Take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brees Hall on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The guy got more. I need to use him.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
What kind of pass was that?
To the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Travis, throw left side, taken in by Hill. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3. Running left, it's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
3rd and 2. In motion, Hill. They'll run with Hall. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 137 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Travis.
He was like that was supposed to be around.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever taught.
And his pass is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Paul again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first
hey guys, I know all he's doing is
doing there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of
they let him pick that jump, but they wouldn't let me pick it.
In terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Travis. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Operating from the gun, Travis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon.
That's why I'm not telling you
to put a hurt on his defense.
They ain't milking the clock like that.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Play action rollout, guys.
They'll run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to run with Hall. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
That's a toss.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights.
Oh my God, he's down by 24. He's still come back. He's mad time.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
Yo, how the heck did you get in there?
And down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
He was blocking.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
After I pointed him out, like I shifted the line out there.
They'll throw now on the final play.
We'll take it. Illegal touch.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
God, we can still run our offense. We ain't really nothing serious.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Travis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I guess it ain't no rule against that.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Oh my God.
So not only did
Yo, this game is, man, I'm done. This shit
position, he
is.
almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And
They just fucking cheated,
there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Like, that's, like, you can't make that up.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. One more time with Hall.
I tried to click off, man. I clicked. Yeah.
Partner, I
This
know
game
we're in a
is
goal
nothing
to
for
go
you,
situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's in.
That should be a fumble.
Jets. Brees Hall.
This game is bullshit, man.
Why
Why you ain't milk the clock then?
Up to 30.
Yo,
Point after,
this
right
game
down the
is
middle.
bullshit.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back
Oh, my
forthcoming, so
God.
this will come out to the 30.
I just want to be on the side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
Oh,
coaches
God.
talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This game is a
A
bunch
real
of
field
bullshit,
flipper
man.
there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Yep, that's all I wanted you to do.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Estime. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh my goodness, here's a
That's not even a button.
interception. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 97 yards. And the Jets have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
This would be an epic comeback, guys.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really... And that's caught inside the 35.
I just don't understand how they let these people catch up to him.
Before being taken down. A big play here for Buffalo.
He's not that, like...
Even 60 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Estime. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll hand it to Estime. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's able to get it down
like
the 2-yard line. Give him right
that's why they're losing this game.
Carry. We'll see if they want to keep
6
pounding here on
interceptions.
3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jalen Waddle, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to at least get 1 score back.
6 interceptions,
by
you can't win
Bass,
those
up
games like
and
that.
good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 13. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Come on. It's like, you can't do nothing.
But not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now you're chewing clock.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the...
While running no huddle, while running 5 wides.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one.
Hey, how you running far wide receiver and chewing the clock, bro? That don't add up.
This game continues.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll give to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 17 yards out. And the Jets continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights.
Shooting
And
clock
this
for
one was
fucking
over a
105
while
wide
ago as
receiver.
they just add on to that big
Shit, we need
lead.
to add up.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation now as they begin with first and 10.
They're trying to double.
165 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here comes Estime.
Give my upgrade, man.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he'll take it
my
into
upgrades,
the end
man.
zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jelani Woods, 58 yards. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they've got it. They recovered it.
It's like this team has got no type of awareness. He's better go out of bounds.
Understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack. The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and a mile. Give to Hall running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Get away from that shit. So you make you touch
this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Say what you doing.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Go ahead. Do what you all think you're about to do. Yep.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Trying to hit him across the middle. I'm sorry, buddy. That's what I knew he was going to do.
In this game, offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions.
You care about you going over there?
He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Second down in the yard.
It's coming in.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this
Oh,
go
yeah.
to the end zone. And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Hall again. And he has a big gain.
All you guys do is live. I guess you're trying to get 200 rushing.
That's good for 22 and a first down. Hall on a give up the middle. There he goes again, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is over.
Just remember, you train twice in the season.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
and that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round.